Finnegans Wake by James Joyce. Book 1, Chapter 1. River Run, past eaves and Adams, from swerve of shore to bend of bay, brings us by a commodious vicus of recirculation back to Howth Castle and environs. Sir Tristram, Vierlaire d'Amour, frover the short sea, had Passancourt re-arrived from North America, on this side the scraggy isthmus of Europe Minor, to fight his Pennslet war. Nor had Topsawyer's rocks by the stream oakenly exaggerated themselves. To Lawrence County's gorgios, while they went to Dublin their mumper all the time, nor a voice from afar bellows mish mish to toff toff throut Petrick, not yet, though veny soon after. Had a kid's cad pretended a bland old Isaac, not yet, though all's fair in vanity, where Sosie Sethers wroth with twone Nathan Joe. Wrought a peck of pa's malt, had Jem or Shan brewed by Arclight and Rory. End to the Riggin brow was to be seen ringsome on the aqua face. The foe, ba 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 dal gararaka, tak manierok brunt tonur, ron tu tuan ton, travavar, ton skon tu hu, hurden, enturnak. Of Owen's wall straight old par is retailed early in bed and later on life, down through all Christian minstrelsy. The great fall of the off-wall entailed at such a short notice. The fifth shoot of Finnegan, Erse solid man, that the Humpty Hillhead of himself promptly sends an unquiring one well to the west in quest of his tumty-tum-toes. And their upturned pike point in places the knockout in the park, where oranges have been laid to rust upon the green, since Devlin's first loved Livy. What clashes here of wheels, gin wants, oystery gods, gaggin, fishy gods, brekek, kekekekekekekek, quacks, 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 ooaloo, aloo, aloo, quaooloo, where the Balleries partisans are still out to math Master Malachus McGrains, and the Verdons catapulting the cannibalistics out of the woot boos of Hoodie Head. Assiegates and boomerang strums, sods brew beamy fair, sangler and save, arms appeal with larms, appalling, killy kill killy, atoll, what chance cuddlies, what cashels aired and ventilated, what by dime to loves, sin-deuced by the to-go to basalvers, what true feeling for theirs hair, with that strong voice of false Jacob. Oh, hear, how hath sprawled met the dust the fathers of fornication is, but oh, my shining stars embody, how hath fain spanned most high heaven the sky sign of soft advertisement. But was is, Isoot, ere were sewers, the oaks of auld, now they lie in peat, yet elms leap where asks lay. Fall if you will, rise if you must, and no so soon either shall the farce for the nuns come to the set-down secular foinush. Bygmester Finnegan, of the stuttering hand, Freeman's Mower, lived in the broadest way imaginable, in his rushlet too far back for messuages, where Joshuan judges had given us numbers, or Helviticus committed Deuteronomy. One yeasty day he sternly struck his teat in a tub, for to watch the future of his fates, but ere he swiftly stuck it out again. By the might of Moses, the very water was evaporated, and all the Gwennesses had met their exodus, so that ought to show you that a Penshalchuchi chap he was, and during mighty odd years this man of hard cement and edifices and topers thorpe piled buildung, supra buildung pond the banks for the livers by the Swangzo. He addle little Fifi Annie ugged the little crather. With her hair and Hans, tuck up your pot in her, oft while balbalous Mithra ahead, with goodly trowel in grasp, ivor-oiled overalls, which he habitually fancied, like Haran Childeric Egbert, he would caligulate by the multiple cables, the altitude and multitude, until he seesaw by neat light of the liquor where twin 'twas born. His round-head staple of other days to rise in undress, masonry upstanded joy granted. A wall worth of skyrscape of most Eiffel hoith and towerly, originating from next to nothing, and celescating the Heimels and all. Hierarch architect titito loftical, with a burning bush abob off its bauble top, and with Lauren's old toolers glittering up and tumbles o' buckets clattering down. Of the first was he to bear arms and a name, Wassili Boujlau of Riesenborg, his crest of heraldry, invert with ancillars, troublent argent, a he-goat, pursuant, horrid, horned. His scutchedom vest, with archers strung, Helio of the second, hooch is for husbandman, handling his hoe. Ho, 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 Mr. Finn, you're going to be Minister Finnegans. Come day morn and oh your vine, send day's eve and your vinegar, Mr. Fun, you're going to be fined again. What then, agent like brought about, and that trogedy Thunder's Day with this municipal sin business? Our cube house still rocks as ear witness to the thunder of his Arafatas, but we hear also through successive ages that chubby chorus of uncalified muzzle-lenis misselheims that would blackguardize the white horn, ever hurtle-turtled out of heaven. Stay us, wherefore, in our search for righteousness. O sustainer, what time we rise, and when we take up to toothmick, and before we lump down up our leather bed, and in the night, and at the fading stars, for a nod to the neighbour is better than a wink to the wabsanti. Other ways, like that provost scoffing Bedouin, the Jebel, and the Gypsian sea. Crop herb, the crunch bracken shall decide. Then we'll know if the feast is a fly day. She has a gift of sight on sight, and all casually answers helpers, the dreamy dearie. Heed, it may half be a misfired brick, as some say, as it mought have been due to a collapsus of his back promises, as others looked at it. Then extant by now 1,001 stories, all told of the same, but so sore did bite Evie's whole-eyed apples, what with Walpole's horrors of Rolls Rights, Carhack, Stonegens, Kistvins, tram trees, Fargo bowlers, autokinetons, hippo hobblies, street fleets, Tornin taxes, megafogs, circuses, and wards moats, and basilicurks, and aeropagods, and the hoist, and the jolly brule, and the peeler in the coat, and the Mecklenburg bitch bite at his ear, and the Mellenborough Burrocks, and his 4 old poor courts, the Boar the Moor, and his blight-back working stacks at 12 pins a dozen, and the newbie buses slading along Safety First Street, and the daring jelly bees snooping around Tell No Taylor's corner, and the fumes and the hopes and the strumpy thump of his Ville's ingenious roam keepers, home sweepers, dome creepers, thrum, in fancy mud murmured, and all the uproar from all the roofs. A roof for May and a reef for Hugh Butt under his bridge suits Tony. One warning fill fit tippling full, his howd feeling heavy, his hoddet did shake. There was a wall, of course, in erection, dim. He stuttered from the ladder. Damn, he was a dud, dumb. Master Batum, Master Bad Tum, when a man marries his lutus all long, for whole the world to see. Shies? I should she, McCool, or are we ye dee? Of a trying Thursday morning, sobs they sided at Finnegans, Christmas wake. All the hooligans of the nation prostrated in their consternation, and their dual dismally profusive plethora of ululation. There was plums and grooms and chirfs and sithithers and raiders and cinnamon too, and all the old giant in with the shoutmost joviality, agog and magog, and the round of them agrog, to the continuation of that celebration until Hanan ad Hunnigan's extermination. Some in kinking chorus, more can keening, belling him up and filling him down. He's stiff, but he's steady is Priam Olim. 'Twas he was decent gay labouring youth, sharpen his pillow scone, tap up his beer. Where in this whirl would ye hear sich a dean again? With their deep brow fundigs and the dusty fidelios. They laid him broad on a lang last bed, with a apocalypse of Finnisky for his feet, and a barrow load of Guinness whore his head. Tea the tootle of the fluid hang, twaddle of the fuddled. Oh, her rather is but young glee for the owl. Globe wheels in view, which is tautologically the same thing. Well, him being so on the flounder of his bulk, like an overgrown babbling, let we peep see at hum. Well, see, PG he ought. Platter plate hum. From Shopalis to Ballywick, or from Ashton to Barrow-Noath, or from by the banks to round the head, or from the foot of the bill to Ireglint's eye, he calmly extensoles, and all the way a horn from fjord to fjell in his bay winds, obobos shall wail him, rock-bound, hoa, hoa, hoa. In swim, swam, swum, and all the livy-long night, the dale, dalpling night, the night of bluery bells, her flit of flute in tricky trochees, O Cariña, wake him, with her Hissavan Essavans and her Padda Martins, all about them ins and ouses, tilling a teal of a tum, telling a toll of a teary, turdy tobling, grace before glutton. For what we are, gifs a gross, if we are about to believe. So pull the bag and pass the kish for cross sake. Omen, so sigh us, Grandpoopoos is fallen down, but Grinny spreads the board. Weighs on the joint of a dash. Fin fo from the foosh, was be his bacon head, a loaf of Sing Pantry's Kennedy bread, and weighs hitched to the hop in his takesel, a glass of Daniel Udunus, foamus old doubling ale. But lo, as you would quaff off his fraud stuff and sink teeth through that pith of a flower-white body, behold of him as a behemoth, for he is no mo. Finish. Only a photograph of a yestern scene, almost Rubicon, Salmol-solar, ancient from out the ages of Agapemonides. He is smolten in our midst, woe be canned and packed away, so that the meal's dead off for summon, schluck, schließ, and good rehearing. Yet, maybe not see, till the Brantoich Thean form outlined a slumber even in our own night time, by the sedge of the troutling stream that Bronto loved and Brunto has a lean on. Hiccuput edilis apud libertenim parvulam. What if she be in fligs or flitters, reeky rags, or sun-dye chosies, with a mint of minds, or beggar a pennyweight? Arrah, sure, we all love little Annie Rooney, or, we mean to say, love little Annie Rainini. Where unda her brella, mid piddle med puddle, she ninny goes nanny goes dancing by, yo, branterlung slaps, yo, snores. Upon Ben Heather and Sibyl he sought too, the chronic head on him caster of his reasons, Pier Yunther and yon smist, whoth, his clay feet, swaddled in verdigras, stick up stark where he last fellow nem, by the moon of the magazine wall, where our Maggie seen all with her sister in shawl. While over against this belly's alliance, behind ill 60, oh lo the ill bagsides of the fort, bum tarapam tarabum, lurk the ambushes, the sight of the lifting in weight of the upchuck and hockums. Hence, when the clouds roll by, jammy a proud's eye view is enjoyable of our mounding's mass. Now, Wallingstone National Museum with, in some greenish distance, the charming Waterloose country, and the two quite white villagettes, who here show of themselves so gigglesomes minks the foliages. The pretty lees penetrators are permitted into the museum mound free, Welsh and the Paddy Pankinsons 1 shilling. Redismembers, invalids of old guard find pussy pram to sate the sort of their butt. For her passkey supplied to the janitrix, the Mistress Keith. Tip. This the way to the musea room. Mind your hats going in. Now yous are in the Willington Musea room. This is Prestigious gun. This is a French. Tip. This is the flag of Prestigious, the cap and sorcerer. This is the bullet that bing the flag of the Prussius. This is the French that fire on the bull that bang the flag of the Prussius. Salute the cross gun. Up with your pike and fork. Tip, bull's foot fine. This is the tipple one hat of Lipolium. Tip, Lipolium hat. This is the Willingdon on his same what horse. The cooking hap. This is the big shroud of Willingdon, grand and magentic, in his gold tin spurs and his iron dukes, and his quarter brass woody shoes, and his magnate's garters, and his Bangkok's best and Goliar's goloshes, and his pull upon easy on war shoes. This is his big hide horse. Tip. This is the 3 Lipolium boyne grouching down in the living ditch. This is an Eeny my skill in English. This is a Scotcher grey. This is a Davy stooping. This is the bog Lipolium mordering the Lipolium beg. A Gallagher's argument. This is the petty Lipolium boy that was neither bag nor bug. I say, to Cholet Fitz, to on Moosh, Dirty McDyke, and Harry O'Hurry, all of them arminous varminous. This is Dillian Alps. This is Mount Tivol. This is Mount Tipsy. This is Grand Mons Ingen. This is the Crimealine of the Alps, whooping to shelter shock the 3 Lipoliums. This is the Ginnies with their legahorns, fainting to read in their handmaid's book of astrology, while making their war undeceeds. The Willingdon. The Ginny's is queen in her hand, and the Ginny's is rave in her hair, and the Willingdon geet the band up. This is a big Willingdon memorial, tallow scoop wonder worker, obsidies on the flanks of the Ginnies, sex caliber, Ross power, tip. This is me, Belcham, sneaking his Philippi out of his most awful grimace, sunshot Cromwelly. Looted. This is the Ginnies, has to dispatch for to irrigate the Willingdon, dispatch in thin red lines across the shorefront of me Belcham. Ya, lieber Orthram fear sicken, field gaze thy tiny frau. Hug Acton, nap. That was the tic-tacs of the Ginnies, for to Fontenoy, the Willingdon, she, the Ginnies is Gillius agon courting all the Lipoliums. And the Lipoliums is gone, boy cotton crazy, onto the one Willingdon. And the Willingdon git the band up. This is Bode Belcham, bonnet to Busby breaking his secret word with a bowl up his ear to the Willingdon. This is the Willingdon's hurled dispatch back. Dispatch deployed on the regions rare of me Belcham. Salamangra, aye. Cherry Ginnies, fig tree you, damn fairy Anne, voutre. Willingdon. That was the first joke of Willingdon, tick for tack. This is me, Belcham, in his 12-mile cow-chucks, wheat, tweet, and Stamforth foremost, footing the camp for the ginnies. Drink a sip, drank a sip, for he's a sooner buy a Guinness than he'd stale store stout. This is Rushinus balls, this is Trinch, this is Mistletops, this is Cannon Footer, with the puppy nose. After his 100 days' indulgence, this is the blessed Tara Widars, this is Ginny's in the bonny bound booches, this is Lipoliums in the rowdy houses, this is Willingsden by the splinters of Cork, order fire, Tonneray, bulls here, play. This is Calmary, this is Fludens, this is Sulphurines in action, this is their Moberly, this is their panic burns. Almia de God. Arthy's Toulouse, this is Willingdon cry. Brum, brum, come brum, this is Ginny's cry. Underweather. Goat strip fin lambs, this is Ginny's winning away to their ousterless dowen a bunker shields, with a nip nippy nip and a trip trippy trip so airy. For their hearts right there, tip. This is me, Belcham's. Thank you, s'il vous plate, for kitchen the crepes in the cool of his canister. Poor the pay. This is the Bismarck of the Marathon Mary of the Ginnies they left behind them. This is the Willingdon Brandlish, his same armorial telescope, Sophie Key Poe, for his royal diversions on the Renoé Ginnies. Gambarista de la Porca, de la Veras Fimirieras. This is the Perius of the Lipoliums. Toffee Chief, that spy on the Willingdon from his big white horse. The Cape in Hope Stonewell Willingdon is an old maximon through many. Lipoliums is a nice hung bushel blores. This is Hyena Hennessy laughing aloud at the Willingdon. This is Lipsig Dooley krieging the funk from the Hennessy. This is Hindu Shimar Shin between the Dooley boy and the Hennessy. Tip, this is the Wixie old Willingdon, pick it up half of the three-foiled hats of Lipoliums from out of the bloodal filth. This is the Hindu waxing Ranjimad for a bomb shoob. This is the Willingdon hanking the half of the hat of Lipoliums up the tail on the buckside of his big white horse. Tip, that was the last joke of Willingdon. Hit, hit, hit. This is the same white horse of the Willingdon, Copenhagen.